You are tuned into another episode of the Showman Show, live from Rated R Studio. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm your boy Rated R Randy, and I got my dog with me, Ray.
What's up, man? Throw your X's up.
What's happening? How you doing, bro?
I'm fan-fucking-tastic today, bro.
Great.
I'm feeling it, whatever it is.
Your week was straight?
Yeah. Week wasn't bad, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I wish the weather would improve, but what else is new?
Yeah.
If that's the only thing I can complain about, I'll take it.
Yep. Good stay-at-home weather.
Yeah. Great stay-at-home weather. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you got all the things you need, essentially, at home. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit to stay at home.
That's a fact. Hopefully you got all that toilet paper you need. Hopefully your local stores is stocking them.
For real. Like, for real. Oh, man. So what's up? What we on today, bro?
I mean, it's a lot of shit we could talk about, bro. A lot of stuff going on. Not really. A lot. But, I mean, one of the things I seen that I kind of wanted to talk about was Floyd Mayweather training. You know, he's starting to train boxers now with the passing of his uncle, Roger. So I guess, you know, that kind of inspired him to want to help other boxers out. So it seems like he's starting starting from scratch. I think one of his nephews or something, he started training. I know he started training his son also. So I don't know. I just want to kind of talk about that, spit about that for a minute. You know, I think he could be, just with his work ethic, and I think he always wants to be one of the best. You know, with boxing, he was one of the best, one of the greatest all time. Promotion-wise, he became one of the best, if not the best, next to Golden Boy. So, you know, I think with training, I think it's going to be all one and the same. I think he might rise to the top of that. It might take him some years, but I don't know. I think it would just be crazy to see him become one of the best at that as well.
Right. That's actually an interesting, like, proposition. You know what I'm saying? Like, him becoming, like, you know, the new trainer. Because who else would you want to learn from?
Right.
A nigga that went, you know, 50-0? That's...
Or some nigga that's just like, I was sparring with,
you know what I'm saying?
such and such.
You know, one time I put George Foreman on the canvas in 76. All right, bro.
All right, Billy Joe, we don't have the highlights for that.
We don't.
We didn't see the tape, sir.
Exactly, nigga. And this happened in sparring. You're not supposed to talk about what happened in sparring, bro.
George Foreman is going to deny.
As he should. Shit, he probably don't remember.
That's a fact.
Keep it a bill with you. But nah, bro, that's hella what's up. You know, especially a dude that gave so much to the game.
Right.
And got so much from the game to see him, you know, turn it around and kind of, you know, make his way and give back to the game.
Is there a conflict of interest with that? Like, can you train people with and try to bring them to your promotion, or how does that work?
I don't know the specifics of it, but that is it's a little dicey, I'm not going to hold you. But, I mean, you watch it happen all the time. At least I've seen it in MMA a lot. So I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with it. They just might cherry pick.
Is it just the aesthetics of it, or?
Yeah, and plus, like, it's always going to be that thought process of them, like, cherry picking fights for their fighter.
Yeah, it's Floyd. We know.
Exactly. So it's part of the course, though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, he doesn't have to really worry about that because, like, I watch that in MMA a lot. Like, Greg Jackson, he has his own, like, small promotion in New Mexico, and a lot of his fighters at his gym, like, you know, newer and unproven fighters, they fight on those same cards that he promotes. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you would think there's a little bit of conflict of interest, but, you know.
It's always a conflict of interest in combative sports.
It is, bro. It's combat sports. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, I'm excited to see what he can turn out of there. If he'll take, like, any of these, like, you know, younger prospective fighters under his wing and, you know, give him some game. Because, you know, who is it? Devin Haney. I'd like to see if he, you know, would want to work with him at all. Because I like Devin Haney. I fuck with him. Basically, he trying to model himself as, like, a, you know, a mini Floyd. So it'd be perfect to see him under Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Who is it? Like, Ryan Garcia. All these other
Ryan Garcia's not gonna model himself after Floyd.
No, I'm saying not model himself.
Get trained by Floyd.
Yeah, that's all. That's mainly what I'm talking about. More so with Ryan Garcia or.
You think Oscar De La Hoya will let him get close enough?
That's a petty man. No, sir. But honestly though, like, and then they all know it's a game at the end of the day. So
Right.
then, you can make a real spectacle out of it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Did you know Floyd's father was training Oscar? I think it was Oscar De La Hoya when they fought.
Yeah, I seen that. And that
Like,
was a point of contention for
Bro,
them.
that was so crazy. That was crazy. But that's when they were going at it, him and his father.
They relationship wasn't the best.
But one of the things I was thinking, I was like, Floyd training might be my favorite version of Floyd Mayweather.
Fact.
I think that'll be my favorite version. I think hopefully he can give us like a 24/7 or all access type of thing with it. Because at the end of the day, he's still the most interesting boxer. And he's not even boxing anymore.
Exactly.
He's still like, he's still box office. We still want to see what Floyd is up to.
Exactly.
At this point, it's still like people are still wondering if he's going to get back in the ring.
I know. At what, 42?
He might be older than that at this point.
Nah, he was born in 77, so.
Was he?
Yeah. 42, probably going on 43.
Okay. Which is ancient for a boxer.
Bruh. But, we've seen him, like, you've seen what he still looks like. You know what I'm saying? He's still
43.
sharp.
Yep.
43? Yeah. So, like, he's still sharp. That's the thing. He's still sharp. Hasn't taken a lot of punishment in his career. So,
Plus, you don't get you don't start getting your big paydays till like early 30s.
ain't that a bitch?
That's the crazy
Ain't that a
part.
bitch? Bro, because why is it that, you got to wait so late in life to start really getting paid? And I'm not saying it's late in life.
Right.
But, like, I guess that's when you put in your 10,000 hours?
Put your 10,000 hours, you pay as you do. That's what it takes.
I guess so.
It's the same way, with acting.
Matter of fact, bro, that kind of lead me to something else. Because, like, I'm seeing, because Christian McCaffrey got paid. He got that big-ass extension, right? And I was hearing reports that Joe Mixon might hold out. Because he want to get paid, right? And everybody's like, oh,
I hope you don't
time.
want Christian McCaffrey money.
Nah, but he do want some money, though. Some cool money.
Mixing for the Bengals?
Yes, sir. And it's just bad because, like, his career hasn't been picture perfect.
Nah, it's been a little marred with injury, haven't it?
No.
Just a little bit?
No. I mean, like,
I think he's been banged up a little bit.
He's been nicked up, but, like, he's played through most of his injuries. Like,
That's
he
true.
turns in at least 12 to 14 games.
That nigga always be doubtful and then start playing.
Be fucking up my fantasy lineups, bro. I smooth throw Gio Bernard in there in the flex spot and thinking I'm, like, about to get some good production out of him, and then they splitting carries. Bullshit. Yeah. But, because you remember he had that incident when he first got drafted about hitting that girl when he was fresh out of college. You know what I'm saying? And so that knocked down his draft stock. He got picked in, like, the third round. He was supposed to be a first-round pick, like a top 16 selection.
Mixon is nice, though.
He's good. He's very good. But you just watch this with running backs constantly. They either don't get paid or they get paid when, you about to watch them fail. Like, their body fails on them, after taking all that punishment. And it's just fucked up because I feel like, low-key, the rules should be a little different with running backs, bro.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
Honestly, their shit should be, like, the way they get paid should be, like, performance-based. Like, we should come up with, like, basically like a statute on how they should be paid according to performance. Like, if you got a running back on a rookie deal and he turn in, 2,000 scrimmage yards, double-digit touchdowns, minimal fumbles, like less than 4 fumbles.
So you think that should be assessed yearly, or
yes,
or they should be able to expedite contract talks?
Actually, you know what? Now that you say that, I'm in more agreement with the expediting of the contract, because I feel like within 2 years you should know what you're getting out of the dude instead of after the 4 or 5 year the rookie deal. You know what I'm saying?
My only concern, if I was an owner, would be, okay, if we're expediting contract negotiations, what if you get hurt? Now I'm stuck in a contract with you.
No, and I get that. And see, that's the kicker, though, because they always wait until year 4 to, see if I'm going to get him money or not get him money. And you, like,
so you're basically just saying get to it quicker.
Yes.
Get to it quicker, and we'll figure the rest out.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a lot of times the money don't be guaranteed that they give him either. That's the kicker.
So, in turn, would you say shorter deals, or?
Honestly, that is kind of the name of the game with running backs, because there's all, like, I get it. There's a bunch that, transcend the game. They're bigger than the game. You know what I'm saying? They are game breakers.
Yeah.
But then it's also kind of easier to replace that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Than any other position on the field to me.
So less years, more money?
Yeah. Less years, more money.
Per year?
Yeah, per year. Because, there's no point in signing a running back to anything over 4 years for real.
That's a fact.
I'm just being honest about it.
Really over 3.
Yeah, because, they get
I think 3 is, perfect.
The only people that take more punishment than them is people on the line. Mm-hmm. That is it.
And them niggas be having 10 to 15 years.
Somehow.
It looks like it anyway.
You know
be seeing the same cold lineman for 15 years.
Because, bro, they be having multiple lifespans over different teams and shit. Because, case in point, Willie Roaf. Mm-hmm. Right? Cold as fuck with the Saints. Cold as fuck with the Chiefs.
Shields.
I was about to say Will Shields. Shit. Cold as fuck with the Chiefs. Cold as fuck with the
for
Patriots.
the longest time, he never missed a game.
Bro. And that's crazy. They get paid based off of that. How many games did you miss? Fuck the metrics. How many games did you miss?
Right.
Oh, you didn't miss none. Shit, here go a bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? That's my main thing. Is just how do you determine it? Because they don't deserve to get fucked because they help teams win a lot. You know what I'm saying? They are pivotal points in offenses.
Yeah, it's just I feel I agree with you for the most part. It's just difficult to see it that way when a running back gets replaced all the time.
And that's true, especially the way that offenses work now.
Yeah,
there's no bell cows.
No bell cow. It's for the most part scat backs.
Scat backs and basically you just look for a guy what's your speed? Oh, you got sub 4.3 speed. Fuck it.
Whole bunch of Reggie Bushes out here, bro.
And it's rare, and a lot of times they can't actually take the punishment of a bell cow. When you start seeing them get towards that over double digits, anything past 15 touches a game, that's when you start seeing them getting fucked up. And then you bring in another guy that's just like that. So then you out here splitting carries. So how do they get the money that they earned? You know what I'm saying? The money that they deserve. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we should really take a step back and try to figure that out because all the other positions we can figure out. You know what I'm saying? Wide receivers, when they show glimpses of greatness, that's usually true. It's usually tried and true at that point, right? Quarterbacks, we know how hard it is to find a quality quarterback, so they deserve to get paid accordingly. Linebackers,
and that's
corners.
The thing, bro. That's why I wish Le'Veon Bell had really transcended the game as far as his holdout, because I think he lost a lot of leverage and a lot of opportunity taking that contract from
the Jets.
Because, like you said, we find the value in a wide receiver, the quarterbacks, the line, and things like that.
Yeah.
But with the running back, they're hybrid. They're taking on two positions pretty much. Yeah. They're receivers and running backs.
Exactly.
So how can we not kind of combine that? And I think that's what Le'Veon Bell was saying.
And that's a fact because you seen how many touches he was getting, yearly. His shit was 300 plus every year.
He was basically saying, "Hey, guys, I'm kind of a receiver too."
Exactly, because he on average he had the years he was fully healthy, he played full 16 or turned in at least 14 games.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz was getting at least 1,500 scrimmage yards, right, a year.
Right.
So he deserves the money, the money that he's asking for, right? Maybe not in the time frame that people were looking for, 4 years or something like that. But he deserves to get paid.
Right.
And the fact that they just sneered at him and then basically replaced him with what's his name? Help me out. James Conner.
Yep.
Yep, they replaced him with James Conner. And then he turned into basically the same thing. He was like, oh, no, it's the offense, not the running backs. But then you also watched his health deteriorate, too. You know what I'm saying? All respect to James Conner. We know he beat cancer. It's just his body, for real, because, his body breaks down a lot faster than everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? Because since he took over that backfield, he hasn't stayed healthy. He's turned in, 10 games since? 10 games a season since Le'Veon Bell's been gone? Yeah. He's, constantly hurt, nicked up. Then they got to throw in a rotational back like Benny Snell or the converted fullback.
Has he spent 2 seasons there with them?
He's been there 3 seasons, bro.
Real shit.
Yep.
Yeah, because the season he held out. Yeah, you right.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's been a minute, bro.
Football time goes quick.
Don't it, though? It's only 16 games. Well, about to be 18? 18 weeks?
Is it 8?
No, it's not 18 games, my bad. 17 games, but I think it's supposed to be like 18 weeks.
Over 18 weeks?
Yeah.
God help those players.
For sure, for sure. It's just, and it's, because they constantly get undermined. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that sucks because, all right, when Le'Veon Bell held out and he went to a shitty offense in the Jets with Adam Gase running that shit, you know what I'm saying? He turned in a kind of piss poor performance there. Not totally his fault, but...
Not his fault, but your value's still going to go down.
Exactly, boom. And so now everybody's like, should we really pay these guys? And then Melvin Gordon, he held out just to take, low-key, a shittier deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just keep watching it. You watch the Rams just cut Todd Gurley.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now he's, we don't know if he's going to actually have a career now. Because I know he got picked up by Atlanta, but, like, there was a year deal.
Right.
Basically, they gave him a prove-it deal. After a proven back, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
After he arguably was the MVP of, 2017, 2018? Shit, it's a cold game,
What have you done for me lately?
Bro.
And lately, you look pretty banged up, bro.
That's how they treat these running backs, man.
But I can't wait to see him as a Falcon, though. That's just a good look.
It feels good.
Yeah.
He played at Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So now, he's back there. It should be a lot of love. That offense should be cool. But, bro, enough about football. I feel like I talked enough about it. We talk enough about it. Me and you was having prior discussions about top 5, bro. Top five. And, we know this is, obviously a ongoing discussion. Mm-hmm. It'll never leave. You know what I'm saying?
It'll never leave, and it changes.
Oh, yeah.
It can change.
It can change a lot. Because... I remember when I used to really look at niggas sideways for putting Andre 3K in they top 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand it.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I understand it.
And as you get older, I think the more the top 5 bends for you. It can change just a little bit more. It's more subjective than, you see it more subjectively than you see it when you're younger.
Mm-hmm.
When you're younger, it's kind of like concrete, black and white. It's supposed to have Hove, the Nas, the Big Pac. Maybe sometimes even Eminem, depending on who you are. But now you see it bend. You see Jadakiss in it, or in some people's. You see Kanye. You see Wayne. You see some of the newer guys, like
Drakes,
the Drakes and the K-Dots and
Coles.
So it's just, I think that's what makes it unique now.
Yeah, because not we finally opened the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of times it was just nah, you got to be this old to be able to talk about it.
Right.
And, what you listen to, what you grow up listening to.
Right.
Nigga, I was listening to Mobb Deep in 92. Nigga, what the fuck was you? Nigga, I was just a twinkle in Pop's eyes. Relax. Right. So, I love what it's become now. You know what I'm saying? And, we are open to have discussions without it getting violent. You know what I'm saying? Because, for a period of time, it got disrespectful.
Yeah, and I think that's the good thing about this era now, because we're not, I don't know, it's not as religious as it once was.
Yeah.
It's not like a religion like it once was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because, it would get sacrilegious, if you didn't have, you said,
certain...
the aforementioned guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They be like, nigga, that shit is null and void. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And, the fact that other regions actually can have better discussions about it.
I hate to sound disrespectful. Is it because we don't regard New York highly as we once did? Because that's the main nigga. East Coast niggas is the main niggas that did that and reacted that way about lists.
Yeah, nigga, you hear a nigga that be like, yeah, I got Dre in my top 5. Fuck out of here, nigga. You bugging. Y'all niggas is trash. Y'all don't know shit about rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was the main niggas barking that shit. And as you've watched New York's, power deteriorate over the years, and them have to imitate the sound of other regions, you kind of watch that conversation change.
That's that humble pie they had to eat. Honestly.
Nigga, you had literally the game in a stranglehold for almost 20 years.
You birthed the game.
Exactly. You birthed the game and had it on lock. It's still, regardless of what we say, it's always going to be the mecca. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's just low-key, bro, You know how when you be looking at me and Levi sideways for calling baseball America's pastime?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a sport made by us. It's as American as it gets, but football is on its ass. You know what I'm saying? It's on its way to being pastime, right? That's how it is when I look at, like, Atlanta. Because, like, Atlanta has just been fucking up the game for the past 10, 15 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And, like, you're kind of watching the pole shift. It's like a polar shift. Because, like, people, you don't have to go to New York to pop no more.
Nope.
It's crazy. Like, low-key, you don't have to go to Atlanta, but you got to fuck with niggas from Atlanta to pop. And if you ain't doing it right.
And there's a lot of New York niggas coming out now that, like you said, that kind of mirror that sound.
Exactly. They imitate that sound.
Mm-hmm.
They put a spin on it, obviously, but you have to incorporate it. Otherwise, it's not going to be as palatable to the people. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, A Boogie. Like, he don't sound like a New York artist.
Hell nah.
5 Yo Foreign. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
You know
Lil
what I'm saying?
TJ.
Lil TJ. Like, they don't sound like quote unquote New York artists. They sound like a modern day artist. They don't sound regionally stamped. You know what I'm saying? They're from there. I'm not gonna say that, but they don't sound like it. You know.
Even though I will say this, that's kind of the evolution of the New York sound. Now it's kind of like a mixture between Pop Smoke and Fabio, and even a little bit of A Boogie. Like you kind of, you know that to be the new York, essentially. Even though they kind of sound like other regions a little bit, but it's still like New York.
Fact.
And it's weird kind of, but it's good. It's change.
Growth.
Right, growth.
That's all, bro. Evolution. Because, like, if they stayed the same way that they were, they would have died, bro. They would have died. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to these dudes, but, like, if every new artist out in New York sounded like a Fred the Godson, Joey Badass, right, Joel Ortiz type, like, bro, that's not very palatable. You know what I'm saying? There is a lane for that, but it's not going to, appeal to a wider market. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you basically, like, chose the lane you're going to ride in as opposed to, you know, crossing over more. And that just limits your reach.
Facts that. So back to them fives, dog.
Back to the top 5. Who in your 5, bro? Bruh.
You gonna have me back robbing, bruh?
Huh? You want me waiting outside your spot, bruh? We really should laugh at that movie.
Shout out to Michael B. We not laughing at the movie, we laughing at Michael B.
Yeah, dog. But like we laughed hard as fuck at that movie, bro. Keep it real. Not at the movie, but just Michael B.
Just Michael B. Just Michael B. Being Michael B.
Michael B. I'm sorry. I'm a child.
Nah, man. So obviously, bro, you got Hove.
It's really hard. It's really hard to not put him in.
You can't leave out Hove.
It's like, now, I'm not gonna lie. That's one part where I'm like, nigga, that's sacrilegious.
That's sacrilegious as fuck. You can't leave out Hove.
Now, where you put him in your 5, that's on you.
That's on you.
But if he ain't 5, like in your 5, come on, bro. We got some talking to do.
Facts. Personally, I put Big and Pac at one spot.
Like joined
together.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like they share a spot. Mm-hmm. Even though it's kind of crazy to think that Big did so much within like a
short time,
like a 4-year career, as opposed to Pac, like, you know, who was like, you know, early 90s, late 80s, all the way to what, 96.
To me, that it's because of two things. It's like, I think that speaks to the skill of Big as a rapper, and I think that speaks to the work ethic and impact of Pac.
Fact.
Just as an icon,
bro.
Because more times than not, when we're talking about Pac, we're talking about his beliefs. You know, we're talking about his stances on things. Fact. Or his stance on things.
Fact.
We're not, we don't really go to the music all the time. We do.
Because the music had to be there to make this so powerful.
But he was so much bigger than that.
Fact.
Big, we talking about, man, Big was spitting like this. Yeah. Arguably, Big was shitting on Pac. Like,
bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, like, you ain't never heard somebody rap over a Primo beat like that nigga, bro.
Right. So it's like, all right, bro. they're joined at the hip to me.
Yeah, and then especially how intrinsically their careers were intertwined.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't mention one without the other or thinking about the other.
And you shouldn't be able to mention hip hop without them.
No.
So I think they should always. I think the remedy for instead of getting them out the top 5 or out the top 10 is just joining them at one spot.
I feel you, because like I won't say similar careers, but like you can kind of say based off of different metrics, they kind of reached the same point.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I think that's sad for Tupac, honestly.
The fact that his career was so much longer.
Yeah, and like if you look at the earnings, bro, Big had way more money.
Cause Big knew how to cross over more.
Big knew how to cross over thanks to Diddy.
Sure.
Big had people looking after him, and more responsible people looking after his funds.
Number one,
and finances.
Number two, the fact of the people he was putting on were better artists than the ones that Pac was putting on.
Yeah,
because you got to think he's almost directly responsible for Little Kim.
Yeah,
and like she's literally one of the most pivotal female rappers to ever grace a mic.
Lil Kim, Junior Mafia.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he gave them niggas a number one urban hit, bro, with that Crush on You. Yeah. And I need to look up the credits. Whoever made that beat, I owe that nigga a lot, bro. That beat is so nasty.
And Big was doing a lot of ghostwriting too.
A ton of ghostwriting. Just basically like talking about his reach, because like this nigga was so versatile, bro. It was like almost nothing Cuz couldn't do.
That's a fact.
He could rap over any beat. He could match any style. When that nigga was rapping over that Notorious Thugs, hey, bro.
He shouldn't have been able to do that.
A New York nigga? And this is when New York niggas were like how we thought of New York niggas, like these stone-built, stiff niggas.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga took their style and arguably did it better than them. That's some nut shit.
That's a fact. He was ahead of his time, bro.
Fact.
So yeah, I put them at one spot. So I got Hove, Big, and Pac. I didn't really say what order, but
I feel you. This is where it's always.
I need your 2 now. I need 2 of your 5 now.
Need 2 of my 5. Fair. Obviously, we kind of share the same sentiment. You know, Big and Pac at the 2 spot, basically. Hove at the 1. At the 3 spot, it always gets a little funny for you, boy. But
I don't know if Big and Pac are at my 2 spot though.
They definitely a 2 spot for me.
For real?
For sure. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Cause like it's hard to not. I mean, they're a little interchangeable. They can slide a bit. Like the lowest.
I guess if you put them together, they kind of have to be.
Yeah.
I see your rationale. Yeah.
But I wish Wayne hadn't, kind of besmirched his career as much as he has, because like he'd be kind of almost a lock for my 3 spot. There's very few a rapper that has had as big of an impact on me as Wayne.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like this nigga dominated my coming of age years. Everybody wanted to rap like Wayne. Everybody was on Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Wayne, bro. It's Wayne. So like, and like you gotta respect what Nas is and what he's done. You have to respect it. I may not enjoy all of Cuz's music as much as, the next man, but you gotta respect it. So the 3 and 4 spot is interchangeable between Nas and Wayne, but that 5 spot, I gotta get it up to my dog Kendrick.
K. Dot.
Since 20.
You have Nas tied with Wayne?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Cause like,
don't get me wrong, that's not outlandish or anything. Just giving you, like me knowing you, I figured you would have Wayne ahead of Nas.
That's what I'm saying, because like it just depends on the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm trying to have some like, some real life knowledge kind of kick to me, I'm gonna rock with some Nas. But like if I'm just trying to hear, just the most outrageous punchlines, I'm gonna go with Wayne. Cause like it just depends on the day. Like, do I feel like listening to It Was Written, or do I feel like listening to Drought 3?
Plus, I mean, I feel you. Plus, Wayne built what is modern day rap. Like he helped forge what is rap
Exactly.
today.
He is a foundation for rap.
Yeah.
He is a pillar in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like you got Wayne, Future, I would say T.I. for just starting trap music. T-Pain.
Yeah, he has something to do with it.
It's a lot of auto-tune.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
like
The way auto-tune is used now has a lot to do with...
He reinvented it, basically. Like, you know.
And then you got people using different effects that stems from auto-tune.
Because, like on some real, Travis Scott is almost like a child of his.
That's
when you really
a fact.
think about it.
That's a fact. So, yeah, it's a lot that comes from that era, from Wayne, obviously Ye, you know, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it just fucked me up when I found out that, like, Ye didn't write a lot of his shit. And so, like, that made me knock him down a bunch of notches.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, most his stock took a tumble. It's almost like finding out your fave did roids.
Mm-hmm.
You cheated. You cheated, my nigga. And, like, that hurts.
Damn, Barry.
Bro, Mark McGuire.
Barry Bonds.
You know what I'm saying, bro? And so, yeah, that's what, like, he's, like, in my 10. You know what I'm saying? Ye is, like, in my 10. Like, upper 10, but, like, you know.
I feel you, bro.
But, yeah, that's, and, like, Dot, like, to kind of go back to him, bro, that nigga has not missed, to me, since 2010, bro.
You right.
And, like, he just progressively gets better and better.
Yeah, I hold Dot in high regard, too. He wouldn't make my 5 list.
Fair.
But it's not that he doesn't deserve to. It's just about what you prefer.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But
at that point, it just boils down to preference.
Yeah, exactly. But Dot, I can't blame you for him being in your 5. I would say for me,
who taking that 3 spot, cuz?
My 3 spot,
or is it fluid?
I would say, for me personally, and this probably gonna fuck a lot of people up. Wayne's not in my top 5. He'll be in my top 10.
Damn. Where in the 10? Bottom, middle,
upper? He'll be upper.
Upper?
Like right after 5.
Okay, probably. So like the 6 to 7 spot?
Yeah.
Fair.
But I'll put T.I. in place of Wayne, honestly.
Really?
For me personally. I thought T.I. was always a better rapper than Wayne, skill-wise. I thought he had better content than Wayne.
He got him beat there easily.
And I think that's why Eminem fell out of a lot of top 10s and top 5s, because the content, after a while, is just, he's just saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, because...
And that's kind of how I think of Wayne in certain aspects. Like, after a while, he just started saying shit.
Exactly.
And T.I. was kind of giving me the substance I wanted. Also, while keeping it cool and being a dope boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, for me...
It's kind of hard to forgive the line of, drowned in the pussy, so I swam to the butt. It's kind of hard to forgive that. I get it, bro.
But... And that's not a knock on Wayne, obviously. That's not a knock on Wayne, bro. Because it's a lot of... Like I said... He landscaped what is modern rap today.
Fact.
And that's for better or worse.
Yeah, depending on how you feel about it.
Yeah, so it's not a knock on him, it's just what it is. But yeah, I definitely put T.I. in at that 3 instead of Wayne for me.
For sure.
Well, Wayne probably might make my top 5 now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, Wayne might make my top 5.
Might have to crack the top 5.
Because he might be 4.
Ooh.
Wayne might be 4. Because I couldn't validate putting this other person above Wayne.
Damn, nigga, do I need to pull out a drum roll for number 5, cuz?
You already know who it is, bro. Ricky Rose.
Spicy.
It's very spicy, bro.
Spicy. Woo.
That is very spicy,
God damn,
bro.
Nigga, some pad thai in this motherfucker. Got tasted sriracha on that bitch.
I know, bro.
I'm not mad at it, though. It's very respectable.
It's almost like 5 years ago you throw in Jada kissing your shit and niggas is like, whoa,
nigga, what did you say?
Jada, what?
Oh.
And now it's a little bit more acceptable.
Exactly. Nah, so I get you. You starting the conversation early, so that way
Starting
niggas,
the conversation.
let's talk about it.
Just because I want niggas to put them in, I want niggas to put Ross in top 10.
I feel that. Because, like, once again, since 2010, when has this nigga missed?
The only miss he really has is
Hood Billionaire.
Hood Billionaire.
That's it.
And now it's supposed to be a tape that he just put out.
He had, like,
And I think that was just to fulfill contract obligations.
Contract obligations, and, like, there was a lot of shit going on in MMG at the time.
Yeah, because that was kind of trying to fill in the hole for Meek. I think.
Yeah, Meek was in. He was in the, like,
Yeah.
you know, he was behind the wall for a second. So, like, Meek was supposed to drop. You can't have your artists drop when they behind the wall.
Right, because they can't move anything. They can't, yeah.
It's hard to move themselves. So, I get it. I totally understand it. And even then, this thing, he gave us a couple slaps off of that bitch.
That's a fact.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst, but to raw standards, like, it could have been way better.
Since 2010. Because, like, dog, that's literally one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my life.
Teflon Don?
Fact.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Niggas don't understand, bro.
Like, that's, to me, that's a top 50 rap album.
Nigga,
top 50 to top 100.
You know what?
Or
you
top
niggas
75.
have not listened to Tears of Joy, and it shows.
That's a fact.
If you can't shed just one thug tear to Tears of Joy.
Nigga was really making thug ballads, bro.
The Maybach music series itself, it's a pillar.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, albeit the last one, what was it, 6?
Yeah.
6, like,
six and 5 have kind of been, I would say more 5. 5 was underwhelming. 6, I actually like.
Hold on, was that the one with Dej Loaf?
Dej Loaf, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. My bad.
5 was
Yeah,
underwhelming.
sweep that one under the rug.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. Even though this nigga was still rapping his ass off, the structure of the song wasn't there to me.
For 5? Yeah.
But personally, know what's crazy, bro? 4 might be my favorite one.
Really?
This nigga, he rapped over like 3 beats. And, like, he
You
was just,
right.
This nigga, he floated on them shits. My nigga levitated in the booth.
This is why I can't argue with that. I used to argue with 4 being your favorite. I used to try to argue with that. I can't argue because him and Justice League kept up with each other.
Fact.
And I think that's a big aspect of the Maybach music series.
Yes.
One can't just, like, outshine the other.
No.
Like, once they're equal, that makes it the best Maybach music.
Oh, for sure.
And that's what happened with 3. I think at the time, that's what happened with 2, even though I think 2 is overrated.
2 is definitely
2 is overrated. Wayne had a shitty verse. If we being honest, Wayne's verse was shitty.
Yeah.
But the beat was so cold, it held everybody up.
Do you know how... Like,
and Wayne and T-Pain's hook.
Do you know how hot you gotta be to get away with a line like, all black Maybach, I'm sitting in the asshole? This is why I talk about Wayne the way I do. This nigga gave us one of the trash, like, most garbage lines ever. And we was just like, this nigga's a god.
Yeah.
This just helps build my case, bro.
Right.
But the fact that Ross had the sight to put all these, like, he put Ye, Wayne, and T-Pain all on this one track. And it was a cohesive track. It wasn't just some bullshit slapped together.
Right.
Actually, though, you know what? I don't know what made me have this, like, epiphany real quick. I fucked up a little bit. I might have to take Nas out the 4 spot, homie.
I was wondering when this was going to come, bro.
Yeah, it's just because you just think about the body of work he's put in, how he really helped.
How significant he is to the game.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Illmatic, the whole 9. I got you, bro.
You get what, but there's one nigga that, like, I really feel like your fave would really have a migraine trying to out-rap cuz.
Let's do it.
Lupe Fiasco.
Ooh, at the 4?
Yeah.
That might be spicier than mine,
no,
dog.
that's nah, bro. Definitely, I was eating jalapenos when I made this take. I'm sorry, bro. Nah, Lupe, this nigga different, bro.
That is a different nigga.
Like, when nobody, like, everybody talks about making these concept albums. This nigga makes movies, like, and I'm not talking about, like, regular movies. Cuz makes Tarantino flicks off of bars, like. Name me a nigga that can out-rap Mural by Lupe Fiasco, and I'll give you 100.
I feel it.
Cause this nigga, he rapped for like 8 minutes And it was all bars. Hard. I need niggas to put a little bit more respect on Cuz.
That nigga really is Inception in human form.
Fact. Fuck the spectacle shit. All that, like, niggas just making fun of him for wearing, Japanese robes and practicing swordsmanship and all that shit. Fuck all that. Take that shit away. The gimmicks and all that shit, take that shit away. The bars, nigga. The bars.
It seems like all the niggas that have capitalized off a great Hov verse can be regarded as like one of the greatest rappers ever.
Ain't that a bitch? Nigga, you get an elite verse from Hov and it just instantly boop, boop,
You
boop,
are
boop,
stamped.
Boop. Exactly. Because, like, all right, Drake, boom.
Yeah.
Dot, even though it was like, low-key, that was almost a throwaway verse from him. It was just how monumental that shit was.
It was on a remix, though.
It was on a remix.
And it was fire.
Hard.
And you saw Hov actually try to rap.
When we thought Hov was packing it in at the time, bro. Fuck, help me out, bro. Cause, I mean, not to be like this, but like Biggie on Brooklyn's Finest. He gave us a great fucking verse.
I mean, it fits the narrative we're saying. So, yeah, I feel you.
The nigger agenda. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
So that's kind of just where I'm at with it. And like,
that's genius on Hov's part, though, bro.
Ross,
because, yeah.
My bad. I just
no, I feel you.
Had a brain.
But like to know when to inject yourself in somebody's career, and because you know they're gonna be regarded as one of the best, and you put yourself a part of their catalog.
Bro.
And that cements you as well. Like, you live forever through that. That's a different level of genius.
Calculated.
Calculated.
Like, whenever I say chess, not checkers, I'm always talking about this nigga, basically. Because,
Young.
Like, I swear to God, bro, because, like, I'm not going to lie, some of the shit, I mean, obviously, I have had critical thoughts about Jay. But, like, I had it about everybody.
Which he would encourage. Question religion, question it all.
The nigga told me to.
You're the reason why I'm doing this, sir.
I want you to know that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact, like, do you know what type of foresight you have to do that shit? That's unprecedented. Because, like, look, nigga, Lupe Fiasco's career was just getting off the ground, and this nigga gave him one of the most mind-blowing verses I've ever heard in my life. On Pressure. And yet, he still got out-rapped. That's the kicker. But it's just it's Jay, so it's just that much harder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that takes a lot of vulnerability too, because in order to lend yourself to these songs, you have to step into another artist's world.
Yep. You can't just be you on this track.
Like, even though Renegade was his song, I believe.
Yes, it was.
He still stepped into Eminem's world because Eminem produced that track.
Yep.
Or partly produced it. So it's just, we say Hov got washed, but it's lending yourself to another artist's world.
Exactly.
And now him and Eminem forever are joined at the hip because of that song.
Yep. Or just like, he had a fantastic verse on Big Pimpin', right? Mm-hmm. But whose verse does everybody know word for fucking word? Pimp C. Smoke It Odd, pulling up, I keep that lean, and everybody knows this verse.
But the genius
exactly
is attaching yourself to
that verse. You can't look up that verse without him being mentioned.
Right. You can't listen to that song without hearing Hov shit first.
Ta-da.
And then you're like, wait a minute, Hov actually spit on this shit. Okay, now we have Pimp C part.
Exactly. It's fucked up because Bun B's an afterthought. And his verse wasn't bad.
It was bad, good. But he's the big boy of UGK. So
don't do it, bro.
It's not bad though. Big boy is great.
He is.
He's just not the one.
He's always forgotten. Always forgotten.
Somebody has to take that role. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah. Because Randy Moss had Chris Carter.
Facts.
Nobody be thinking about that.
Nobody thinks about it.
Torrey Holt had Isaac Bruce.
Facts. T.O. had Jerry Rice before he ascended. Not that T.O.'s probably not looked at better than Jerry Rice, but just you get what I'm saying.
I get exactly what you're saying.
So it's just
Somebody has to be the two guy.
yeah.
You got to like, and they help elevate each other. Just one tends to go a bit higher, and it's just
It takes a lot to accept that though.
Oh yeah,
It takes a lot to accept it and be secure with that.
fact. Because I never see Big Boy snap on people about
Exactly.
shit like
And that's kind of like, I'm like, okay, like, you can take notes from that, bro.
that. Fact. And he's the only member of Outkast to like drop solo albums. So that goes to show how secure he is with himself.
But I think he understands how critical he is, and he's like, okay, y'all might see Dre as the GOAT, or but
This
and have
genius,
him, this genius, have him on this pedestal. But let's not forget, I'm the glue to this shit.
Exactly.
And he definitely was the glue, because Dre was just like the mad scientist, like he was the mad artist, like he was unpredictable. But you knew you were always gonna get Big Boy.
Exactly. And he was essentially like a foundation for
Yeah,
the house
exactly.
that Dre was trying to build.
Exactly.
And well, him and Organizing Noise. Let's not forget
Facts. So yeah, so you got Lupe at the 4.
that. Yeah. Five spot is still Dot.
So Dot not over Lupe though?
I can't. Not yet.
Probably not at a worst myth wise, but
It's just
all encompassing, like everything. You wouldn't put Dot over Lupe?
not yet. Like like once Kendrick drops his next album, will firmly put where I see him in my 5.
So I would have to ask you this. You think that Lupe has more albums that go harder than Kendrick's albums, or is it just the time that he's been in the game type thing?
Time that he's been in the game, the verses I've heard him spit,
Okay.
and
Because that's the only reason. I
Yeah.
mean, that's probably the only reason Dot is not in my 5, honestly.
time in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would probably move Ross up to the 4, kick Wayne out, and put Dot in at a certain point.
I'm inclined to agree with that. I fuck with that. It's just
That's only because Ross is not fucking up his name. He's still putting out solid shit.
honestly, it's gonna be like 10 years before Ross really just starts shitting the bed.
And that's because he stay in his lane.
He knows his lane and he plays it so perfectly. He plays it so perfect.
Because I didn't even realize with Port of Miami 2, he released that straight digital. Wasn't no physical copies the first week.
What?
Yeah, so all he did 75 off of just purely digital, and that's not his platform really. He's more of a traditional sales artist.
Fact.
So that was impressive to me. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely put Dot in my 5. Probably at the next album.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like if the next album lives up to any of the previous 3,
And that's what we were talking about off air, bro. The fact that we can't really be mad at K-Dot for taking a long time to drop
in
an
between
album.
drops, yeah, because we be like, God, like as
I mean, we be 5 years older every time he drop, but still, I mean, it's still great when he drops.
it's still just fantastic. Like
He hasn't missed.
Exactly, he is yet to miss. Because like as a fan, you know how frustrating it was to try to pitch to niggas that this is the best nigga in rap. When he didn't drop for like 2.5 years. This nigga dropped in October of 2012 and didn't drop again until like I want to say like March of 2014. That was really hard to defend. Niggas,
When everybody's dropping
Exactly.
annually.
and
And it's like, but
where you at, bro? I need some help.
then you just gotta flex, bro. The difference is,
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying, the intricacies in what K-Dot does. It's different, nigga.
it's big different, bro. This nigga,
He's the type that if you review his shit after a week, you've disrespected the art form.
fact.
K-Dot is that nigga. Like, if you review his shit after a week, you are disrespectful. You don't love rap.
You didn't live with that record, dog.
Because that nigga bleeds into every album he puts, every song. He bleeds. And I see niggas all the time disrespect him and say, but what bar had, but what line was just cold by K-Dot that y'all really love? Like, what line was just cold? It's more, he builds. Every bar he builds And it's not he's not going to blow your mind with one line. He's going to build it so he blows your mind with the concept.
With the whole song.
With the whole song.
That's the thing that gets me. Because, like, niggas be like, he didn't give me no quotables. I don't need a quotable, nigga. What did that song, whatever song it was, put a new thought in my head to make me think of something better than just that fucking quotable I got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because honestly, that's cheap. Honestly, if you're just looking for one line, that's cheap. That's because you've been programmed by artists that drop annually instead of living life and giving you new concepts and way of thinking. You expect one-liners.
Exactly.
He's giving you new concepts.
Niggas is used to burgers and he trying to give you a filet mignon.
It's different.
It's different, bro. Now, I'm not saying there's not a place for burgers because we all love burgers.
We all love burgers.
But guess what? We eat burgers on the go. You got to sit down with a filet mignon.
Mm-hmm.
You got to appreciate that motherfucker. How was it cooked?
Put that napkin in your lap real
exactly.
quick.
You know what I'm saying? Put that napkin on your lap.
Nice glass of wine.
You know what I'm saying? Your Pinot Grigio. You know what I'm saying? I'm setting the mood.
Dim the lights a little bit.
Nigga, you got 3 sets of forks.
What type of music they listening to, bruh? What type of music you listening to when you do it?
Honestly, probably some soft jazz, nigga.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Live band, nigga.
Nigga.
Live band.
Fact, nigga. And it's just the smoothest shit ever with like an Ella Fitzgerald type singer doing some background music.
Come on, man.
It's beautiful shit going on. Nigga, that first bite, I don't even need no steak sauce.
Facts.
Steak sauce is not necessary. They season my shit just right.
You got to analyze it.
They put a ton of butter on my I almost said burger. On my steak.
This is grass-fed steak, nigga.
Oh, yeah, nigga, Wagyu beef. Yeah. Yeah. You don't get this everywhere. This shit costs $20 a pound, baby.
Boy.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm not sitting here trying to eat a burger.
Nah, we not doing this with no burger.
No. It's for the steak, baby, for this filet mignon.
Filet
cut.
Filet mignon.
Filet mignon, nigga. With a little bit of scrimp on the side. I'm surfing and turfing this shit.
We say all that to say K-Dot different, bruh.
Bro, that's what, like, because, like, I get it. Niggas try to go this lane. Nobody executes it like Cuz.
Nah.
Nobody has the follow through like Cuz. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, credit to Cole with his conceptual albums, it don't be the same. His shit don't be orchestral. You know what I'm saying? Like, the song structures don't be the same.
Do you be thinking, like, do you think that that's a part of his plan, though, Cole?
Possibly.
Like, I don't think he does it to be beneath K. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't want to be beneath K-Dot, but I don't think he does it to emulate K-Dot.
No.
I think he does it to set himself aside as far as relatability goes.
No. And see, that's what I'm saying, because, like, niggas, like, he does it his way, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does a conceptual album the way he thinks he should do it. Mm-hmm. And then niggas take that and compare it to another one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this nigga, nah, let me not disrespect Cuz and call his shit like a Michael Bay film. That's fucked up. His shit,
Damn.
I can't be that disrespectful. His shit is like a Scorsese, right? Very good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go back and you can revisit them. You know all the lines. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you got Dot, who is like, I can't even call him Tarantino because, like, it go deeper than that.
I was going to say.
His shit is like a Stanley Kubrick movie. You're not going to get it on the first time. You're not going to get it all. Once you run that bitch back 2-3 times, you see everything in it. You start putting the shit together.
You got to give me some Stanley Cooper movies. Because I don't know if I know off the bat.
There's A Clockwork Orange, 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, his shit goes deep.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, real deep. And, like, on the surface, you know, first watch, like, you know, it's a little boring. It's not as palatable as you want it to be. Mm-hmm. But then once you be like, hold on, was he trying to say this? So then you start looking for that supporting evidence in it, and you find it.
Right.
And you're like, oh, nigga, he was really saying this when he said this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the allegory for this. That's what I'm talking about. You can't compare that to this. A Scorsese movie is just beautifully shot. Has great actors, good scenes, plenty of quotable lines, right? Really relatable. Like, you feel like you was in the movie.
I guess what I'm trying to ask you is that a knock on Cole because it's a Scorsese
No.
instead of
and the worst part
Stanley
is,
Kubrick?
it's just his fans do him a disservice when they do that shit.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That ain't this. This ain't that. That's all
Got
I'm
you.
trying to say.
Okay.
And like, obviously, it's gonna resonate different with different people. A lot of people ain't gonna be into a Kubrick. There's too much time involved.
Right.
You want something you can watch and get. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's more of a tactic on Cole's part. Like, I think that's okay. I know they're not gonna get this, so why am I gonna waste my time doing this?
Because he knows he's not the messenger for such a deep and profound message.
Right.
He's gonna give the one that's a lot more relatable. And that's not to say that he don't think about things that are as deep and as profound as his counterparts.
It's just the delivery is a little bit.
Like
I don't want to say watered down though.
Nah, that's why I said. That's why I always say. I'm gonna say accessible because I've been using the word palatable too much. His shit is a lot more accessible. That doesn't cheapen it, doesn't demean it. It's just more accessible. That's all.
Like in podcast form, like Joe Budden to Joe Rogan shit.
Yes.
Like Joe Budden is still great, but it's more relatable to the average person.
Yes, as opposed to Joe Rogan, where you got these literal geniuses coming on the show and trying to explain things to you. You're not ready for that all the time.
Right.
You're just trying to listen to some shit, laugh, and possibly, like, you know, everybody does it. You're going to talk to these niggas in your car. You know what I'm saying? You're going to talk back like, this nigga ball wild.
Right.
You're going to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you're looking for.
Right.
That's all. Different forms of escape, bro.
I feel it, man.
That's all. You know, that's all I'm trying to get across. That ain't this ain't that.
And that speaks to the genius in both artists, man.
Fact.
Like, to know, okay, my delivery can't be this because the people won't get it, and to know that I'm not the person for that delivery is a skill. Like, that's a gift to recognize that. That's a gift to recognize that you are the guy that needs to deliver this message and be that intricate with what you're doing. All that shit is a skill before you even start rapping.
Because that goes back to when you was talking about Big Boy, right? To know what he is and to be completely comfortable with
Right.
it. And to not overstep your lane. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's what Cole does. He knows what he is. He's made peace with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the accessible guy. You know what I'm saying? I can still make some thought-provoking shit. It's just not going to be in such an intricate way. You know, nigga might have to jump through a hoop as opposed to a bunch of hoops to get what I'm trying to say.
And you know what thought process is the catalyst for that? I believe not having a scarcity mindset is the catalyst of that. Because it's like, we can all do these different things and it's enough for everybody.
Exactly.
Instead of saying, okay, well, I got to do what he's doing and X him out. It's enough for everybody. Once we're doing these different things, everybody can win.
Free market capitalism.
Bro. Damn.
Capitalist Randy.
Why am I capitalist Randy, bro?
Hey, bro. I mean, in a base form, that's what you kind of described. A free market.
Break it down.
All right, so basically, there's one field everybody's trying to get in, right? But there's enough revenue there for everybody. So everybody can compete and everybody can eat in this same field without having to cut each other's tactics. I mean, not tactics, excuse me. Cut each other's throats, you know, through underhanded tactics and shit. That's all. Now, when it becomes unfettered, that's the problem. When you got niggas trying to X each other out for more revenue in that same field.
Right.
That's when it becomes unfettered, and that's when it becomes a problem. But, you know, then we could
What would your look be on it then? If I'm free market capitalism, what are you?
Honestly, probably the same.
I was gonna say, because is there really a other way to look at this shit?
In rap, it's capitalistic in nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's always been a free market. Because like everybody's essentially.
But I was saying, like, even like, let's say, for example, the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say with that too? I would say it's the same thing.
Oh yeah, except like when you start getting into niche podcasts, like whether it's like business trading or health and wellness or some shit like that. Like that's when it kind of starts getting unfettered. Like, cause you want to be the best in that field, so sometimes you gotta undercut the next person to get ahead. And so that's where it becomes unfettered. But like just for like free range podcasts. Nigga, there's so much. There's so much time. There's 168 hours in a week. Nigga, like you can vie for more than just 2 hours of a person's time,
bro. And that's the thing, bro. Because I was reading this article and it's like the average person listens to 6 different podcasts.
Me.
And I started building my podcast repertoire also. Like, I started listening to different podcasts.
Like, and it's so dope because, like, it gives you a better feel for how people really think. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for a long time, I didn't listen to a women's podcast. Like, it was dominated by women. Like, even though there's plenty of them out there. There's Lip Service and I can't remember the other one with Kid Fury and Crystals. I can't remember it right now, but...
I know what you're talking about.
You know which one I'm talking about? Yeah, and I'm not trying to call Kid Fury a woman by any means. Because I was just like, that could sound wrong.
I feel you.
But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but podcasts that are more for women, that are more palatable to women, you know what I'm saying? More enjoyable for them. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't get the female perspective enough. You know what I'm saying? Because, like...
And it definitely gets you into that space, too.
Yeah.
It just gets you into a different space.
Exactly, because, like, I want to be able to think from multiple perspectives. I don't like always just thinking from mine. I like to think from multiple ones because then it helps build my perspective more. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
Because you're not limiting yourself.
Exactly.
What have you learned about the women's perspective or more about the women's perspective by inserting yourself into that space, though?
That more often than not, they think like us, bro.
Huh.
Just a bit more emotional. Because, like, all right, you know how we be like, man, these bitches, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will say that shit quick.
Right.
Flip that around. You don't think they saying the same shit?
Right.
And you don't think about it, normally, like, yeah, bro, they ain't thinking about us. No, they are. We dominate their minds as they dominate ours. It's equal. It has to be a balance there.
Word.
But, like, obviously, they don't think about sports as much as we do. Or, like, top 5 shit. Normally, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I'm not saying that women, like, some women don't. But, like, average woman is not really thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about fashion and shit like that. Sometimes a little bit more celeb gossip. Shit like that. That's the, like, celeb gossip is like the akin to sports for them. They both do nothing for us, but just give us something to be entertained by.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how I think a lot of men, including myself, kind of look down on that.
Celeb gossip and shit?
Yeah, but you basically equated that to sports, and it's kind of it's really the same thing.
It's the same.
Like, we're not getting anything out of it, but it's everything to
niggas
us.
will watch wrestling, right?
Yeah.
But shame a woman for watching Real Housewives.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Any reality show, Love and Hip Hop.
Damn it, Ravion.
I'm sorry.
God.
Somebody had to say
Damn
it.
Cause
like, don't get me wrong, I think that shit is trash TV.
You gonna equate Kim Kardashian with Michael Jordan, brother?
Basically.
God damn.
More so a LeBron, because she came around in, like, the early 2000s. I'm sorry.
Kim Kardashian doing the chalk toss, nigga?
Basically,
I
bro.
can't do this shit.
Hey, bro.
This nigga's right.
I was just like, stop me when I'm wrong, bro.
Damn it, this nigga's preaching.
So that's why, like, I don't get upset no more. Like I used to. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm not trying to watch this fuck shit. And then I was just like, damn. Any show I watch that, like, it's entertainment based, it's the equivalent to those. God damn it. It's just not made for them, but it's not made for me and mine.
This nigga spitting.
Sorry.
Shit.
Sorry again.
We supposed to lie to the public, brother.
Sorry, gotta pull the wool off our eyes, bro. It's time
I feel you, dog.
It's time for us to wake up, brother.
I feel you.
Cue the
Hey, nigga. How many women in your life would you like be cool with having kids with? I know that's random, but
That is mad random. What's the extent of me having kids with them? Like being with them or just having a child?
just having a child with them.
Honestly, all my exes, for real.
All of them.
Not like my recent exes.
Okay.
I'd be cool with.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right.
Okay. All right.
Like for real. Even though it's only two. My recent
Okay.
exes.
So you're past 2.
Yeah. I'll be mad cool with dropping a baby in them.
Who are you considering your past 2, bro? Are you going the recent ordeal?
Yeah, like obviously my most recent, I guess, relationship, quote unquote, and then,
Or situationship?
Yeah, let's go with
Okay.
that. My most recent situationship, and then my most recent relationship.
Okay. I know you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Got you.
we don't say no names. We ain't snitching.
Nah. None of that.
And so yeah, I'd be mad cool with having a child by both of them. Cause I know
What
they
makes
be great mothers.
the recent relationship one? What makes her a good candidate to have your kid?
One, cause she's so financially independent.
This nigga.
What? She is, bro. And I'm like, I'll be able to do my part without worrying that my child might go without.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean when I say she's so financially independent.
This nigga trying to get a rich chick pregnant.
Upwardly mobile, bro. My kid gonna be straight. It's chestnut.
Yeah, you right. We just like these bitches, bro.
That's on a different level, bro.
Just on a different level.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, snag me a baller chick. But like shit, when she hits some 6 figures, I know my kid is straight.
You not lying, bro.
You feel me?
Okay.
And I know
What makes the situationship one?
well, just seeing how well she deals with children.
Okay.
She has great motherly qualities. I mean, shit, we even talked about it. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, honestly, she got good genes. Yeah. Like she tall.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I would want my kid to be tall and strong. I would see that. I would think that would happen.
Word.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, I have 2 as well, bro.
Word.
One
Which ones in particular?
One that I've been cool with for a long ass time.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And then shit, both of them I've been cool with a long ass time. But I feel like you know what I'm talking about though.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm overstepping my bounds, but like the long standing crush.
Huh? Oh hell no.
No? Oh,
hell
okay.
no. Fuck no.
Oh, my bad.
Never.
I had to ask.
No, that is.
I'm sorry. That's why I say I was like,
you good, bro. I'm just glad.
That's why I had to ask for clarification because then I would have been like, nigga, for real?
Fuck nah.
So,
no.
oh, my bad. Okay, yeah, Hooper.
That's one. Yep. And then yeah. Okay, my nigga got it now.
Niggas ain't snitching on each other.
We are not snitching on the pod. Dog.
Never. Can't do that shit. It's too risky.
And so the one, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So her, it's like, okay, she's very good with children. She doesn't have any of her own, but she's very good with children. She's more disciplined in her, like she'll have the kids disciplined pretty much. She'll have them on schedules and shit. She'll, you know what I'm saying? And I would come in and be the goofball and fuck everything up, essentially.
Oh, Dad.
And she'll have me in check too. Like once I just think she doesn't really know her own power in the aspect of having me in check because she just hasn't. And that's one thing I've kind of over the years I've taught her is just like, bro, you gotta fuck me, nigga. Like it's about get your shit off basically.
Yeah.
And hold firm in that. Like
it's weird, bro, because like I feel like that's what a lot of men be looking for. The woman that's gonna check them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like obviously in a womanly way.
But yeah, because that's the thing, bro. You don't have to do it disrespectfully.
Exactly. That's what they like. That's what I think gets confused a lot.
Cause that's how I. Oh my bad, not to cut you off, but that's how I talk to her. It's like, if when I see you bitching up, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, nigga, what you doing?"
What?
That's exactly what I. Hey, nigga, cut that shit, bro.
Damn, bro. To the woman like that?
Yeah,
You a nut, bro.
that's my rider though. Hey, if I'm riding with you, bro, that's my ride. I'm gonna talk to you how you my best friend. Hey, nigga,
Hey.
poke your chest out. Talk to me, nigga. Like, all right, bro. If you got to be one in a relationship. Like, you got to be not really one because that's the dated concept.
Fact.
But you got to be transparent,
Fully.
and it's gonna be awkward. I'm gonna stand in this awkward moment with you.
It's not gonna be
So
comfortable.
guess
all the
what?
time.
Come here, get naked, not literally, but figuratively. Like, get naked, unclothe yourself, and let's talk about this shit. Cause I'm gonna make you stand in that shit till you feel comfortable with it. And that's what it's gonna be. So that's kind of what I try to get her to, like, you more powerful than you think. But yeah, she would be a great mom. Like, she'll be
Fantastic mother.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's how it is with, like, you know, my most, like, recent, you know, situationship. Like, I seen, like, you know, like, tries to make sure the child is fed. You know, like, with to help stimulate their mind. I would just have to plant the seeds, and she would make sure the garden grows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'll be looking for, because, like, even though it's kind of weird, because, like, that's literally what men are. We're the seed planters, and then they water the garden. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact though.
Like, that's literally how it works.
I know people are gonna listen to this shit and think we ain't shit for having multiple women we would want to have a baby with. But it's facts, bro.
But talk to your local nigga, and I'm pretty sure they got the same idea.
Facts.
Every nigga is like, damn, which one of my exes could I, you know, put a baby in, and I wouldn't feel like my life is ruined.
That's all. Yeah, that you said it perfect. That's all that said. It's not saying we gonna have a baby with multiple women and da 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 da. This is just saying, okay, if I got her pregnant, bruh, would I be tripping? Nah.
Exactly.
I'll be straight.
Exactly. I'm like, damn, it'd be some more restriction on my life, but I'm alright.
Yeah.
I'll make it work. Cause, alright, like, to be real, if I had 100 mil though, there is probably multiple women I'd impregnate.
Just for the fuck of it.
Nah.
Like, but like on some morals, like you just like
Because
it'll be based on morals, but you would be more apt to do it because of the 100 mil.
Yes. I'd be more apt to do it. And each woman has different qualities I would want my child to be around. It's hard to find.
How many kids would you have, bro?
Woo! What? Pops had like 9 or 10, so yeah,
Was it 9 or 10?
He had what? 5 from one woman alone,
Okay.
2 from his previous woman, and 2 from my mother. So
Hey, bro.
yeah, 9.
Pops had a lot of love to give, dog.
A lot. And to be for real, I mean, the women he impregnated were good mothers, but he also made sure they didn't go without. They could call him for anything. He made sure, you know,
Hey.
time was spent.
To do that with 9 or 10 kids is ridiculous, bro.
Nah,
Like, that shit's hard.
Yeah, nah, bro. That's why I hold Pops in such a high regard, because, like, they, like, man, you know, why do you, like, you know, what makes you so drawn to him? And it's just, nigga, like, that's a lot of, like, mental stress. 9 kids? And they could all call you at the same time asking for, you know, X. And you got to come through.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And he did. He did. I just think about the amount of money Cuz had to spend on birthdays, because he had he had like 2 kids in May.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Nigga, his birthday was in October. He had 3 kids in October, 1 in November.
He had to spend $1 million on the kids alone in his life.
Easy money. Because he told me each kid cost him probably close to 100 bands.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so you mean to tell me? Because I feel like, you know how we talked about, like, people get like a predetermined set amount of money in life? And I think he spent his on his kids.
Hey, bro. You know the dopest thing about your pops, though?
What's up?
He wouldn't have any other way.
Nah. He said that shit to me with a smile on his face. No regret. No, You know, like that somber looking out the window,
Yeah.
like fuck. Nah,
That's like wearing your battle scars proudly, bro.
Fact.
It's like that cost me a lot, but I
would
do it again.
Exactly. He said I do it 10 times over. I was just like, nine kids.
That's a real one, dog.
9 kids.
That's a real one, bro.
Nigga, I be stressing when I like thinking about a kid. Shh. 9. And like what?
But you know, he come from the era of, man, I got to do what I got to do.
Fact.
No matter what, I'm gonna make it work.
Fact. Pops always turned a dollar.
Yeah,
made a dollar out of 15.
You know, we come from that anxiety era.
Fact.
So we just don't stress about it.
Niggas freeze up quick, bro. Nah, bro. This man, just like I just think about that shit a lot, bro. And like he had all these kids within a 12-year span. 12. Actually, 13. Take that back. 13. Started in 80, didn't stop till 93.
That's hard.
So yeah,
this nigga had a 13-year pro career in giving women babies.
Fact, bro. The fact that what
he was drafted first round pick in 1980.
This nigga, he went strong. He had 4 from 90 to 93, bro.
That was his Jordan period.
That was
when
his
he came
Jordan
back,
period, bro.
He came back and won 3 more.
Said 90, 91, 92.
Hey, 93 was when he hit the shot over Barbaros.
And retired, ran off into the sunset, bro.
But he ain't come back as a wizard.
Yeah, if Jordan had just straight retired. Pops the GOAT, man.
That nigga was the greatest. Nah, bro, because I just imagine him holding one of his babies, and like Jordan hold the trophy and start crying over it.
Fact.
Nah, just imagine all the Jordan moments with the kids, though.
Fact, bro.
You got the Jordan moment where he hopping up in the air because he just won.
The worst part is, bro, you can like trace each kid to like a different Jordan moment.
That's crazy.
The first kid was like him dropping 60.
Bro.
On the Celtics.
Nah, that's UNC, dog. That's the UNC
That's
game
a fact.
winning. That's the one that brought Jordan up in conversations and shit. Like that started the legend of Michael Jordan.
Fact.
That's the UNC shot.
Then what? Because that was 80.
Him just starting out, that was him getting cut from the varsity team.
The fact that this nigga really went back to back though, bro.
Dog.
80, 81. My nigga, matter of fact, yeah, the 82 to 83 period was him, like, you know, when Jordan broke his foot and was out for like 60 games. My nigga came back with a vengeance at 83. At 80, like between like 83 and 84, that was like the 88 Jordan. This nigga came back with a vengeance. Chilled out. This was like the first retirement.
Okay.
Right? Then Mans came back 88, literally 88. Hooping. Dropped another one.
This nigga beat the bad boys.
Basically. Yeah, he got the monkey off his back.
He beat the bad boys, bro.
Then crazy part is he took another like almost year hiatus. You know what I'm saying? 90 came
Played
around.
baseball.
Played his baseball.
Pops passed away. He played baseball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
90 came back. He said, "I'm done fucking with y'all." Gave like 4 kids within basically a 3-year span.
Bruh.
How? I don't understand it. And the worst part is the fact that like his last 3 kids was all born in late October, mid-November. Meant this nigga was hooping all February.
Bruh.
This nigga was getting it in all February.
Yo. He was killing it post All-Star break. That nigga came back hooping.
Fact, bro. This nigga, he was like, I just need to catch my second win. Killed me because, like, bro, when I thought about it, I was just like, wow. All 3 of his last ones. October, November. Fucking salute.
Hey, bro, no, real shit, though. That nigga Valentine's game was stupid. Because he was doing that in February. The Valentine's game was stupid, dog.
Elite.
Nah.
Elite.
We need a TED talk on his Valentine's Day
On
game,
the real, bro. I need to ask him, like, what the fuck was up? How did you do this?
I need him on the stage with a headset.
Hey, and a black turtleneck, nigga. With some glasses.
And his hands together like this.
Yo. Oh. Yeah, shout out to you, Pops. Showbank Show loves
Go.
you.
Gold. He was the gold. The gold.
That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT. Yeah, nigga. Oh, man. That's really crazy. Niggas went from top 5 to talking about babies.
Jordan Pops.
Jordan Pops. How?
The range.
The range, bro.
The range, dog.
We're going to keep talking about it until niggas get it. Dog, we turned in about a $1.20 so far. That ass.
Damn, I didn't even give the reason why the second one was gonna be a cold mother.
Shit, might as well, boy.
Fuck it. All right. So the second one, she's good with kids too, but she got like a fire to her,
I feel that.
and like she would have me on my toes all the time.
Kind of hard to tame.
Yeah. But the kids will be some fighters, nigga. Like the kids just gonna be like,
They gonna have that dog energy.
yeah, and it's like, man, yeah, bro.
I feel that though, cause like you be looking. That's what I think a soulmate is for real, for real. A soulmate isn't just this person that you finally just feel at peace and you just plateau with.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Cause like you constantly pushing each other, making each other shine brighter, burn harder. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel like a soulmate is. It's not just this fairy tale bullshit we ride
Right.
off into the sunset.
Nah.
That sound boring as fuck anyway. I'm gonna get tired.
That's a fact.
Nah, push me. That's what I'll be asking. Push me. Don't let me. You see me slacking off. Don't. Well, that's just what he's doing. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear that shit. Let me know
Yeah.
when I'm fucking up. Call me
Facts.
out. That's what a soulmate is to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm not saying that it's just gonna be fucking volatile the whole time.
Nah.
I ain't talking about a toxic ass relationship.
But one, you can hold each other accountable.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's not just a cliche statement. Like, that's not, we're going to hold each other accountable and it's going to be roses. Nah, that shit get ugly at times.
Yeah. Nah, cause like I need to see us clash a little bit.
Yeah.
And I get it. Cause like, you know, by the age you think you found your soulmate, you kind of argued out. You clashed out.
But my thing is this. How are you going to react to us clashing? How are you going to act when we clash? That says a lot about you to me.
Fact.
Because if you going to go back and dig up dirt and hold shit over me when we clash, I'm going to really look at you different.
Fact.
Because I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you bringing up old shit just because we had a spat.
Yeah, you bringing up old shit or shit I told you when I was vulnerable.
In confidence?
Yeah, bro, that says a lot about you.
Yeah. Your character is flawed at that point. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying
And I'm going to give
perfect.
you one chance.
Fact.
I'm going to give you one. You do that shit again, all right?
One and done.
One and done. Just like a Calipari player. Yeah.
This man, Randy, you running Kentucky out here, dog?
Hey, bro. Memphis and Kentucky, bro. I got 08 Rose.
One and done.
Yep.
Fair enough. I feel that. I like that.
You remember when you was watching college ball and you thought every nigga you seen was going to be a star?
Every nigga.
Like, I seen that Memphis team, and I thought Joey Dorsey was going to be a star. And that nigga was ass in the league. Like, I think he probably got on summer leagues and D-League teams.
Bro, I thought Ben McLemore was going to be cold.
Bruh.
Didn't he get a ring with the Warriors, though?
I don't know if he was on that team that got a ring. He
That's-
could have been.
I thought he was. I thought he was on, like, when they got their first one.
You might be talking about Brandon Rush, maybe?
That's it. My bad.
Brandon, yeah.
Brandon Rush.
I thought Brandon Rush was going to be cold.
Now, I actually thought he was going to be a star.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be cold.
You know.
That nigga was aight. He was like a cool three-point shooter. And he kept hurting his knees. I think that shit was contagious from Danny Granger, but
Cut it out, man.
all right, bro.
Nah, just like on some real Michael Beasley. Even though he was cold as fuck in college, though.
That was his fault.
Yeah.
But you know what though? If he would have came in now, he would have been cold. Just because we play a lot of small ball. If he would have came in now, it would have been a wrap.
This game could have flourished.
Yeah. I mean, he would have had to be more focused, but yeah, he could have been cold way more in this era.
Damn. Now I kind of feel like we just spitballing.
We are spitballing.
So,
we can wrap it up, bro.
Rapskis for the Podskis. This has been another fantastic episode of the Showbank Show, live from Rated R Studios. I'm Ray. I'm with my dog, Rated R Randy.
What's happening?
We hoping y'all staying cool in these quarantine times. It's always much love from the Showbank Show.
Facts.
Showbanks.
Out.